Okay, I'm back. So, regarding the Oxbow, based on what I remember reading from her email, but I could be a little off on my info, but the general idea is there. And if you really want, I can reread what she wrote. I could type it up for you guys. But she told me the Oxbow, I think in 2004 to 2006, somewhere in there, it started up making all these different various rodents pellets, and back then they were really good. The formula was really good. It was healthy for the animals. It was all about the animals. But over the years, they changed their formulas in the last couple of years, and Oxbow is like, everybody talks about Oxbow is really good and tell all the new owners of animals to go get Oxbow. Oxbow used to be very good, the product, because they cared about the product line. Oxbow in the last couple of years, based on testimony and also just what she knows, because she's a breeder as well, and she says that some of the chins that come to her were very ill because of Oxbow, because they were malnourished, because the formula has changed. It's now all about the profit. They don't care about the quality as much as making money. So it explains why a lot of animals don't like Oxbow. Of course, they'll eat it because they're hungry, but they actually don't like it, and it's not as good as what people are saying. It's not actually a really good product. And I can tell you that with my 10 hamsters not really wanting to eat it, they eat it more like a treat, a snack, because it's sweet. But nutritional wise, they say that a chinchilla can actually die from starvation from Oxbow, because they actually don't like it and the formula isn't very good for them. It's more generalized, I guess, is what she's saying. She didn't say that part, but she did say that the formula isn't very good. Um, and that some chins will actually starve themselves than rather eat the Oxbow. They don't want to eat it. And I can tell you that my baby is really hungry. She's eating pellet after pellet. Because this one shares 99% closeness with the requirements needed for a chinchilla. I'm actually giving them this instead of Oxbow right now. I'm giving them a choice. I'm giving them bowls of this stuff in their pellet, their food. And if they want it, they can have it. But they're hungry. They just choose not to eat. And that's one of the reasons why they weren't very active. They were more like willing to sleep. They didn't want to do anything else. But I put a ton of it upstairs. But my food won't arrive till Friday because I don't want to miss shipment, and they can't ship it by Tuesday because of the holiday Monday. So I have to wait at the earliest Wednesday, but I won't be home Wednesday morning when they delivered usually, and I don't know if they want me to sign for delivery. Some postmans do, according to her. She doesn't require it, but the people that deliver might. So then I don't want to miss shipment twice, because then they just leave it in a post office somewhere, and then it's really hard to get to usually. They put it anywhere but where it's like convenient for you is usually what happens. And then you got to bring your passport and all that jazz, and I don't want to deal with that. So I asked her if she could delay shipment for a day or two and make it fall on a Friday, because I don't work Fridays. She said, definitely, I can ship it out Wednesday. It'll be in the sorting thing by Thursday night, and then Friday it should be at your place. So I'll be outside waiting on Friday, because the mailman never knocks. They just usually say, sorry, we missed you. They're really famous for doing that here. So yeah, the Oxbow thing, the reason is they changed the quality to make more money. They cut out a lot of essential stuff that probably makes it more palatable. So Oxbow used to be really, really good, and now I'm doubting whether I should have got the Oxbow for hamsters online. Thing is, I plan to email Flowertown Chinchilla and tell them I want to cancel the Oxbow portion of my order and just order the flying saucer. I don't want the Oxbow. I found a site that charged me quite a bit for the hamster food, but I think I'm gonna go with this brand. Because she doesn't sell it. I don't know where else to get good quality food, but this one's pretty good. This one's actually not bad, but it's not for chinchillas, okay, for in the long run. But in a crunch, it's better than Oxbow. So I'm definitely going to use this besides Oxbow, because they don't like it. They're starving themselves. Yesterday, they stopped eating completely. They ate like 3 bites, 3 little pellets. I watched them eat it, but they hadn't eaten the whole day. And the whole night, there's no food missing, because I measured it out evenly in a bowl, and it was all still there. And I can tell you that 2 days ago, they kind of stopped eating completely too. They ate, I think, 1 tablespoon between the 2 chins, and they're supposed to eat about 1 to 2 per chin. So my guys are eating less than half of a serving for the whole day. And yesterday they got absolutely no treats, and it didn't help at all. They just didn't want to eat the Oxbow. And they're sleeping more, and I think it has to do with the fact they have low energy. So I definitely want to encourage them to eat. But he doesn't seem to want to even eat. I'll be keeping a very close eye on my baby, but there's nothing I can do. The food, the earliest it could arrive, short of me taking a trip to Victoria by ferry, that's the only thing I can do is offer them the guinea pig pellets. This one is formulated very close to chinchillas, so the fact that they're not eating at all, it's better than nothing. Definitely I wouldn't feed this in the long term, but you know, it's a better quality than Oxbow, I know that for a fact, but it's really expensive though. It's 4 pounds for $20. So you can tell Oxbow, I can get Oxbow for guinea pigs for $10, and it's I think 5 pounds. So you can imagine just the quality is, you know. But they mark it up for a reason too. This one's vet approved, by the way. Oxbow is, but I think the vets approved it a long time ago, and they stopped checking in with the vets, you know. So the vets are just continuously going with the assumption that it's good, but it really isn't. So I advise people to go check out online sites. She mentioned a couple, but the one I'm ordering is called ALDERPARK mill feed. And it's milled pretty fresh every 3 months or so. So I ordered 6 pounds. I don't even care now, knowing how much it only costs. It cost me 45 cents a pound. And it costs $1.30 at the most to ship it. Anything under, I think anything under 4 pounds, I'll have to pay $11.99. But even so, one bag of Oxbow is already $10. So if I order maybe like even 3 or 4 pounds and pay the shipping, I'm still saving. So long as I order 1 or 2 pounds. So I will probably order 6 pounds at a time because I have 2 chins. And if I want and it turns out to be really healthy for them, I'm willing to just toss it out after 3 months, even if I don't use it all. I'll just order more than I can use, but you know, enough that it makes sense to ship it. And then if it just, you know, if I don't finish it, I'll just order fresh ones though. It still makes sense. I mean, I'm looking at paying about, you know, $10 every few months. I might as well buy the fresher stuff, even with the shipping. You know, I'm buying 1 bag of food if it's fresher because the one I'm buying over there, it's labeled July 2014 is when it expires. So Oxbow expects that thing to be used up within 2 years probably, because I bought that thing at the end of October. And so let's just assume that they at least expect a shelf life of over a year. That's quite a long time, considering they always say use it within about 3 months of after it's been made. Well, that's not possible. Why would you put an expiry date that's over a year then? You should do it for 3 months then, the expiry date. So anyway, that's about the Oxbow. I'm awaiting to hear back about treating my stuff. I could be looking at having to destroy all of the stuff because of the fungus. I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to give it a try, even though she didn't tell me. She mostly said to wash everything, but I can't wash the wood. It's porous, like she said, so it will absorb, and then you have trouble drying it. Then there'll probably be bacteria in the wood. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put this thing in the dustbin with the treatment powder, and I'm just hopefully going to coat it, and hopefully it will kill whatever. I'm just going to do my best. If it really doesn't work, then I'll consider tossing the house. This thing was $5. This thing was about $40. So I'm looking about $50 a replacement, including that, about $55. But if it can prevent the reoccurrence of the fungus after I've treated it, and the ledges, well, the ledges are more easy to wash because it's smooth, but this is really hard to wash. For now, the other thing I probably have to be more careful about is when I wipe down this tile and then wipe it with a wet cloth, I have to really make sure it's dry. That might have also contributed to the fungus, but I think they got the fungus from the pet store. And I'll make a video on that too, right after this.